So just begin by settling into your seat, settling down into the chair underneath you, ground underneath your feet. Drawing your attention down into the body, down into the belly and the breath. Have a sense of support from the ground, from the seat. And in that sense of support, maybe the body can settle just a little. You can breathe in, and as you breathe out, maybe you can just let go of some superficial tension. We'll move on to sensing the right leg. So you're just turning your attention to the right leg. Just becoming aware of any sensations in the right leg. Whatever they are. Down from the right hip, down through the right thigh, through the knee, into the shin and the calf, the ankle and the foot. And just be gently curious about anything that's going on in the leg. Any kind of sensation, warm or cool or contracted or relaxed, heavy or light, open or closed, strong or weak, whatever it is. And then begin to include your left leg in your awareness. Including the left hip, and the left thigh, maybe you can feel how the thigh is sitting in the pelvis, how it's related to the pelvis. Down through the left thigh into the left knee. Into the left shin and calf, the left ankle and the left foot. And just being aware now, bringing into your awareness all of the sensations in the left leg, whatever they may be. You feel both legs together. Maybe you can feel more when you have both of them in your awareness. You can feel the difference between the two of them. You can feel the relationship between the two legs, the relationship through the pelvis. Maybe being aware of that relationship, those differences, means that you've got a sharper awareness of what's going on in your leg. There's more discernment in how you can see your two legs now. A kind of clarity. And then you can begin to add your right arm to your awareness. Like you're turning your inner eye to your right shoulder. Just checking in with what's going on in the right shoulder. Checking in with what's happening in the upper arm. In the right elbow. In the forearm. In the right wrist. And all of the hand. The palm of the hand, the back of the palm. All of the fingers. Maybe as you're aware now of your two legs and the right arm, you can sense how things are changing in your legs and your arms. How they're not static. How your sensations are changing. Your sense of your arm and your legs changes as you're more aware of them. Bring your attention to your left shoulder. So you can see whatever's happening in your left shoulder. And bring your attention down through the arm, down through the upper arm. Like it's running down the bone. Into the elbow. Through the elbow into the forearm. Into the wrist. And into the whole of the hand. Palm of the hand. Back of the hand. All of the fingers. And take a few breaths, just sensing your limbs, your legs, your arms. Being aware of the flow of sensations, the relationship between your two legs and the pelvis, the relationship between your two arms through the shoulders, And you can just watch anything that's happening. Whether it stays the same or it changes, or even if nothing is happening. You can even just watch nothing. We're just going to bring a little bit more attention to a few places in the body that sometimes make it hard to feel space if they're not relaxed. So we're just going to pay a little bit more attention to those places today. Just bring a bit of attention to your wrists and your hands. Very gentle. Just see if there's any room for them to relax. Space for them to let go. Maybe it starts by just noticing that they're a little tense. And then even in the noticing, maybe the tension can dissipate. Maybe some space, some relaxation can come in behind that. Maybe you can even feel space in the hands, in the wrists, as they begin to soften. Fingers can soften. All the little joints in the palm where they meet the fingers can soften. Palm of the hands and the back of the hand. And all the wrist, all the way through the wrist. And soften and feel a bit more space. And bring your attention down to your feet and your ankles. They're resting on the floor. Maybe they can just kind of soften against the floor. Almost like they're becoming a bit squishy. And the weight of the legs can settle a bit more downward through the leg, through the ankle, through the foot. And there can be a little bit more space in each of the feet. And bring some attention to the tongue in the mouth. Often if we're talking to ourselves, if our mind is busy, our tongue is also involved. But just maybe sense into the root of the tongue at the back of the mouth. Feel the whole of the tongue just resting inside your mouth. And maybe it can start to soften as you're aware of it, becoming kind of puffy and cloud-like inside your mouth. Now begin to gently become aware of the space around your body. It's like your awareness can spread out from your arms and your legs. And you can begin to sense the space around you. And as you sense it, just become curious. What does space feel like? Sometimes it feels fresh and clear and bright, like a kind of clear blue summer sky. Open. You can just keep expanding your sense of the space around you. Feel what it's like when you can sense how space just keeps extending forever. Perhaps there's a sense of the freedom that comes with that space. That freedom where anything can come into it and then move out of it. Any thought or emotion or event, anything at all. And the space is there, neutral and open, and constant. There's a constancy to space as the background for everything, like the sky. Even though it permits change, doesn't hold on to anything. Things can move freely in space. You can move freely in space. But for now, just rest in space, doing nothing. And anywhere, any part that feels like it needs to be doing something, that can also be in space whilst you do nothing. Let your body rest in the space. It's almost like your body can dissolve into the space. It comes into contact with it, you become aware of the space that's already in your body. It's almost like switching your attention from the foreground to the background. The body's still there, but it kind of fades and the space comes to the front. And the openness and the freshness can start to be felt in the body. Maybe there's a particular place where it's really clear, really obvious that there's space in your body right now. Perhaps you're feeling it in lots of places. Perhaps you can feel it in the whole body. Whichever it is, just bring your awareness to rest on the space in your body, space of your body. Begin to have a sense of what embodying space feels like. What happens in the body when you bring this awareness of space from the background to the foreground? Maybe the body can expand in ways that it didn't know it could. It didn't know it had space for it. Maybe it can relax and settle as it lets go of the need to be doing anything. Instead, you can just be space, where you don't have to do anything. Not for now, anyway. Maybe you can feel the mind relaxing. Maybe even you can feel it's almost like the inside of your brain is relaxing, softening. Maybe you can feel some expansion or openness in the chest. As the heart becomes more spacious and open. Maybe you can feel a kind of softening and spreading in the belly. As the whole belly kind of settles and softens and opens into the space. Guts and your heart and your brain can all kind of let go, unclench. Just relax into being open, Relax into being space, being spacious. For the next few minutes, just be aware of anywhere in the body where you feel space. But if you're not feeling it in the body, then be aware of the space around you. Wherever you're feeling it most strongly, most clearly, just make that the focus of your awareness for the time being. And let everything else just fall away in the background for now. And just take a few minutes to do nothing and be nothing, just be space and spaciousness. Still remaining connected to space, however that is for you. Keeping your eyes closed for now. Just bring a little bit of attention to your hands and your feet. Maybe wiggle your toes or fingers. Beginning to sense the things around you. Still keeping a sense of space, but now you're adding the things back in. Beginning to add the noises from wherever and whatever around you. And when you're ready, you can add looking. Gently open your eyes, but keep them soft, so they don't become focused on any particular thing. So there's a little bit of softness, so that they're better able to feel space.